Oh man, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. If you can tell, I'm kind of still under the weather from everything that happened. But actually that sounds a little bit too dramatic. But I actually got pretty sick a few weeks ago. Probably like, I don't think I've ever been like that sick before, where I'm like, I should probably go to the doctor. But yeah, thankfully I went to the doctor. They told me I had like a viral infection. They gave me more pills than I've ever taken in my entire life. And then, well, thank God it cleared up, except from this like annoying cough that I'm now trying to figure out is if it's like more from just the pollen and the weather and all the allergens I'm not used to here in Japan, or if I need to go back to the doctor. But yeah, I guess we'll figure that one out. But yeah, I have some, I guess, life updates, and it's been kind of a crazy month, and I'm just kind of like, well, it's the end of February now, right? So I haven't posted in like a month, so I'm sorry about that. My channel was growing, and I probably just hurt that a lot. But yeah, I got some unfortunate news from work that I want to dive into. I'm not going to go too deep just yet, but yeah, I want to keep you guys updated and posted. So before I dive into like everything that kind of went down at work, because it was a lot, I just want to kind of go over like my going to the doctor experience here, because I never went in the US because it was way too expensive. Basically, I go in, they gave me an English form, they asked me my symptoms. I think I was lucky enough that my doctor spoke English, and he was like, oh, this is how you're feeling, and then gave me a bunch of meds, and it cost me, I think total was 20 USD. So it was like I think it was like is it snowing? It was like an $8 like fee to go see the doctor, and then it was like maybe $8 to get all my medications. Like, it was so insanely cheap. I'm gonna give a snack real quick. Guys, it's snowing. Like, I probably shouldn't be taking my camera out on this. I got my snack, I threw away the trash, and I came back and it's snowing. Oh my gosh, let me flip this around. I don't know how well this is picking up at all, but definitely not. I don't think anyone knew this was happening today. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so cool. This is one of my favorite little chill spots that's kind of close to where I live. But can you see the snow? I really hope it's picking up. It's so freaking cool. I was in this mood where I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to update everyone. I'm still going to, but I'm like in such a better mood. But it's snowing and we're walking, and I'm going to try not to ruin my $500 camera. But you know, if I do, whatever. It's so cool. Gosh. And these are 100 other reasons why I just love living in Japan. I think it's already stopping, but what a rush. What a fun little blip in the day. Yeah, my snack was good too, so good timing. I try to get a little bit of a snack before I go on like a walk or go do something, because I have a tendency to get distracted and forget to eat until I lose all of my energy. But I digress. So yeah, work stuff happened last week, 2 weeks ago. I don't know in this point in time. Hopefully I'll get this posted here soon, because I like to keep posting again more regularly. But my work basically was like, so we decided not to renew your contract, which kind of is what it is. The reasonings were, you're not a good fit. And I'm like, you guys have a teacher shortage and the kids love me, so obviously someone doesn't like me, and it has nothing to do with my teaching, because I know for a fact that I'm pretty okay at that. I wouldn't say I'm the best. I wouldn't say I'm awful. I'd say I'm sufficient. I make the cut. Especially if it's more one-on-one or smaller groups, that's really where I shine. But yeah, he pulled me into the office. He told me And then within an hour, I got a phone call from a job I was applying for and had an interview for a few weeks prior, because I was already looking, because I kind of knew this was coming and I kind of wanted it to happen, to be honest, because I wanted out. And so within an hour I got another job offer with a better company, better pay. So, you know, it is what it is. They lost a great person, and that's on them, and they'll have to figure it out. And I'm not gonna, I was kind of feeling sad about it because of how hard I really worked to get that position. I have a whole video dedicated to that agonizing process, which, you know, honestly, looking back, should have been a red flag that the management couldn't get themselves figured out well enough, even back then, to really give me like a solid idea or timeline. And they kept pushing it back. Should have known. But I was optimistic and excited. Sorry for that word cut. Or not cut, but like movement. But yeah, I think that kind of leads into what I'm trying to figure out now, which is what exactly I really want to do in Japan more long term, especially with such limited Japanese. Because I honestly, I don't know, going into central Tokyo every day, taking a long commute, doing all of that is just kind of like not my vibe. Like, I love living in Japan and like being out and all of this, but it's not every day. And I think the 9 to 5 work culture grind, which we all know is not great here, it's hard for me to enjoy being here all the time, and that kind of sucks. Well, there's a train coming, so we're gonna pause because I want to capture the train. Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, the crow. It's gonna be such a weird video. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be real loud. Bro, I love trains. Good grief. Okie dokie. Back to what we were talking about. So again, it is kind of hard for me to really always just, you know, enjoy being here. And I know, like, working anywhere right now, especially with the state of really the world, not just like the US or Japan or wherever, like, it's just hard for everyone. So I don't think moving back to the US is going to fix anything, especially with the current state, due to its poor administration and all of the people who decided to vote for said person. I really don't want to go back to that. I don't want to go back to how unsafe that country feels and felt even before what happened is currently happening. So I don't know, like, I really miss living, well, it was only a month, right? So I have this, back in 2015 when I came to Japan for the first time, I was in the country in like this really rural city, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the people and, you know, just like how Japanese it felt, honestly. Tokyo doesn't feel like the best parts of Japan. It has a lot of fun touristy things. It's loud, it's colorful, it's beautiful, but it doesn't feel like Japan's core, if that makes sense. So part of me really wants to move back to like move closer to like Fukuoka, which is super close to, you know, I have friends who I was on that trip with who are now living over there, and like part of me is kind of like, maybe that's what I need to do, or maybe that's something I should consider, and maybe not take this job that I've already been offered and try to find something over there. But then you have to factor in the moving costs and how would I get everything from Tokyo to Fukuoka, and would I fly there, would I Shinkansen, what would I do, and getting all set up again. And then like so many of my favorite things happen in Tokyo, but as you can tell, it's just so loud, and I'm not even in central Tokyo right now. But I just kind of long for those days where I was biking along streams and like like, I don't know, it just felt a lot different in 2015. Not to say that I don't love like being here. It's just I long for a more quiet life, I think, which I never thought would really be my vibe. But the longer I'm in Tokyo, the more I want to leave Tokyo, not Japan. So I want to make that clear. I do love a lot about living in Japan, which I'll make a video about here eventually. I just don't want to, I don't want to offend too many people, especially if I make a dislike video, because I have some strong opinions. Oh, it's snowing again. I really do love it, but my favorite times are like when I don't have to worry about waking up at 5 a.m. to catch a train just to get, just to not have a seat for an hour and a half on a long commute and be exhausted before I get to work. Like, it's not my vibe. I want to roll out of bed, get on my bike, or like take a 15-minute walk to work. Like, I want something a little bit more chill, I think, going forward. Whenever that going forward is, I might have to take this job for a little bit just to kind of set myself up better if I do decide to stay in Japan long term, which, I'm still kind of weighing like those two options. Like, do I go back? Do I stay? Do I try a little bit longer? Because I'm kind of in that, like, in that time where I feel good about, like what I've accomplished. But yeah, I think it's kind of, you got to kind of figure out, like, I don't know why I looked back at that car. You kind of have to figure out, let me switch my hand. You kind of have to figure out what works best for you. But in Japan, there's so many, there's like not a lot of work options for people who don't know Japanese. Like, it'd be really cool to be able to afford like language school so I could focus on my fluency, but that doesn't pay, right? And you can't really work on a student visa full time. And I'm an adult, so it's like I can't really get away with that, and I don't have family who's going to be like, hey, let me pay for you to go to school and like also make sure you can live in this foreign country without stress. Like, I have family that are really helpful and kind and loving, but that I don't think anyone should or would be willing to do that for me. But like, yeah, I don't know. I think, and the crazy part is too, is that my residency card, right, it's been processing since like December 18th, and it's now it's February 21st, 22nd, and I still don't have it, and it's still processing. And so my extension of stay is only till March 18th. So I'm really just kind of like, is it even going to process? Is it going to get denied? Am I going to get like sent back home because of that? And so, there are lots of things to just process. But I'll talk more about I guess I'll keep all of you guys updated on all of that. I know this is like a long-winded video. But yeah, I want to keep you guys updated because, there's 222 of you who are interested in my life. So thank you. I appreciate that. And going forward, I'm going to try to get myself out of bed and do more content because there's so much of Japan I still haven't seen. But luckily, it's almost cherry blossom season. Right now, it's plum blossoms, which kind of looks similar. I've been able to see a few, but I really want to go find a spot and do a little video there. On Saturdays, I like to just kind of chill and stay close to where I live. I go to like some places and just kind of go on a walk and like, I don't know, just kind of enjoy the moment. So that's kind of what I'm showing you guys now. Mostly it's just been my face and the snow. The snow's cool. But yeah, I'm just kind of doing that for today. And I don't know if I'll turn this into let me show you all the cool finds I find, or like anything, or if it's just going to be another update video that I end awkwardly. Because, still figuring that transition out. But yeah, I guess we'll know. The music's a little loud, but at some of these retro cards. Look at this old Mewtwo. Like, that's crazy, guys. Look. And the floofiest Bulbasaur. I wonder sometimes how I have any money, because like, it's crazy. It's also crazy how these are all still with boxes. Oh no, the sun is starting to come out. Oh no! Actually, it's kind of nice. But even though I didn't get anything there, which I guess you wouldn't have known that till just now, but it's still kind of fun to like look around, and I don't know, it's nice being in a place that doesn't like minimize the things you actually care about, because it's so much easier to not impulse buy when you're like, oh, right, these things that I really like, they're kind of easy to find, so you can be a little bit more selective about the condition or what you want or what you're looking for, or you know, it's so much easier to go to these secondhand stores, thrift stores, and just kind of like look and see what you might find. You might find a toy from 1998 that's 200 yen, and in the US that'd be like 50 bucks, like, because again, it, you know, it's just how the culture is here. They don't really do that. Like, they, you know, some toys obviously will be more expensive. Let's say like a Charizard from 1999, if it's massive and perfect. But you know, usually things are pretty cheap. Like, I found a brand new Vmon from Digimon plush for 220 yen like a month or so ago, and it was only, again, I said 220 yen, which is like, well, like $1.50. Maybe a little different with conversion depending on when you're watching this video, but it's nice being in a place that doesn't treat the things you care about like they're for kids, because in Japan, anime is really for everyone, and no one makes fun of you for it, no one cares, everyone is into it for the most part. Like, at least from my experience, there isn't anyone who's like, oh, you're a kid because you like Pokemon. No, it's like everyone likes Pokemon. Like, it's not a weird thing here. And that's so nice. I don't have to really pretend that I'm, like, I don't have to hide the things I care about here. Like, I really like having, you know, a backpack around my chest to keep my wallet and all of my stuff. And here, every single person has a backpack all the time, no matter what. Small, some guys carry purses, and in the US, they'd be mocked, ridiculed, made fun of. Japan is just a normal thing. There's so many things in Japan that are just, like, so normal, and would be so frowned upon back home, and I don't really want to be ridiculed like that again, because in the US they put gender on things that should have no gender at all on them, like having a backpack, to make life easier. So anywho, it's nice to be able to go into a shop and find cheap, affordable Pokemon stuff and Digimon stuff and random animes I haven't seen in 10 years, and you know, that's just like a regular Saturday for me here in Tokyo. Like, I can just be like, oh, I want to go to this thrift store, and they have sections of affordable video games and things I love, even with my very low teacher salary. You know, it's nice. It's nice now to go on very easy practical hunts, but also to not have to minimize all the things I actually care about. So, food for thought, I guess. Okay, so I got an ice drink even when it's, you know, snowing, but whatever. Look how cute this cup is. Like, what the heck? Japan be Japanin'. Well, it's been a really good day. I got to see snow But before I forget to wrap this video up, let me know what you think I should do and just about my situation. I can't wait to kind of dive more into what my current job has been like and all of the details, because it's been kind of wild. But yeah, I'm excited, honestly, just for whatever is next, you know. Plus there's a Pokemon Direct coming next week, so, you know, it's hard to be upset when I know that's on the horizon. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section below, like, what do you think I should try to stick it out in Tokyo for a little bit longer? Do you think maybe I should try to go to like Fukuoka or somewhere more rural? I don't really know, but yeah, it's good talking to you guys again. But until next time, guys, may your heart be your guiding key.